So I look ahead. Here we are, Wednesday, May 27th, and if we move the clock forward to Friday, June 5th, we see a full moon across Gemini, Sagittarius, and with Mars in almost the exact same degrees in Pisces, and therefore squaring the Sun and the Moon. Now, why is this significant? Well, first and foremost, I always tell people, check the degrees and see if they connect to your chart. Do you have planets near the middle of the mutable signs? Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces, or Gemini. If you do, this particular moon is going to affect you more. Remember, it's also an eclipse, which increases the intensity. And what this means is there is more room for emotional ups and downs, or put a different way, for having a pretty hard time with it. But at the same time, there's also a greater possibility you may gain some important insight. The full moon can be really auspicious. And in fact, in my own experience of the full moon, I typically will experience a period of time that is difficult and a period of time that feels very illuminating. Now, as far as the outer world, notice that the US chart, with its 12 plus Sagittarius rising and 12 plus Gemini setting, has the full moon pretty close to that horizon line doing the opposition. And in fact, these degrees are almost exactly on the Mars-Uranus midpoint. This suggests that the current turbulence we're going through in the national dialogue will probably continue. And of course, we know who is mostly responsible for that, namely this guy. And you notice that the full moon cuts across his own full moon at birth. It's not exactly on the degrees of the sun and moon, but it's pretty close to the Uranus. And once something starts stimulating Trump's Uranus, you can expect all the recklessness, all the unpredictability, and all the craziness to surface. Though that's not saying much, because that's pretty much what he does all the time. And his latest scam, as he likes to say, but it's the very thing he's always doing, relates to the mail-in ballots and how he thinks or he says that this is going to lead to fraud. It's all a distraction. He does this stuff to shift people's attention from the real disaster, which is the coronavirus pandemic. And we have to keep in mind, he's running scared. He's seeing the polls. He's noticing that Biden is way ahead. He's noticing that his numbers are cratering. And so, in a sense, he's doing this mail ballot thing as a way of preparing the country for the fact that he's going to complain after he loses. And he's going to claim that the whole thing was rigged. Other than saying, don't listen to him, I'm sure you already don't, I would say to him, don't count on this working, because basically the way your chart is working, Donald, as I've said before in a number of videos, everything you try is going to come up snake eyes. It's not going to work. You're going to lose, and you're going to lose big.